For today's video, our three questions in 3 minutes with our New York Power Players in Education. My guest is New York State Senator Shelley Mayer. State Senator Mayer was elected to represent Senate District 37, which covers Yonkers, White Plains, and New Rochelle, along with towns such as Bedford, Harrison, and North Castle, along with different townships and municipalities. And before being elected to state Senate, Senator Mayer was actually Assemblywoman Mayer, serving in the New York State Assembly, where she was the chair of the Assembly Education Subcommittee on Students with Special Needs. And now in the state Senate, Senator Mayer chairs the State Senate Education Committee. Welcome, Senator Mayer.
Thank you, Anna. It's a pleasure to be here. It really is very exciting.
It's very exciting for us as well, and I am very curious to learn from you about the foundation aid formula, which I've been hearing a lot about. So can you describe a little bit more what the foundation aid formula is and what it means that New York State has achieved full funding under it?
So many years ago, unfortunately, too many years ago, a group of parents, largely in New York City and elsewhere, sued and said that the state was not providing the basics under the Constitution for children because they were not funding public schools adequately. And ultimately, the Court of Appeals, New York's highest court, held that the state must provide a sound basic education to children. And then that is to be determined by the legislature to ensure that the right amount of money goes to districts based on need. And so in 2007, the legislature, that was a long time ago, adopted a way of determining need in every district. It's not perfect, but it was a way to move away from politics towards a statistical basis of determining what school districts need, from the city of New York to the tiniest rural district, and to give that money over a few years period. After a short time, the state just said, no, we are not going to do it anymore. We can't afford it. And we have changed that. Starting last year until this year and following up next year, we are finally paying every school district what they were owed under that law passed in 2007.
Okay, that sounds like a huge accomplishment. And thank you for that explanation. I think it's really helpful. The other thing I wanted to ask about is universal pre-K, because this is a topic that has been talked about not only in New York State, but nationally. It's an ongoing conversation. So what has the state Senate done in recent years, and especially maybe this last legislative session, to further universal pre-K?
So, credit to the city of New York. Before the rest of the state, Mayor de Blasio and the state got to a point where every 4-year-old in the city of New York is entitled to full day pre-K. And we know that makes a difference, not only for preparedness for kindergarten, but face it, mothers and fathers are working, and 4-year-olds need to be in a place where they are learning and preparing and socializing and getting ready for school. It has been shown to be successful. So in the last 2 years, we've greatly expanded the amount of money for full day pre-K outside New York City. This year, we added 125 million. We added a number, 336 additional school districts that are going to have full day pre-K, including many in my district that are needy. So we are putting our money where our mouth is. We know that full day pre-K for 4-year-olds is absolutely critical for the children, for the families, and for the schools. This is a priority for the Majority Leader, Andre Stewart-Cousins, and myself, that we're going to expand this full day pre-K for 4-year-olds until every child outside the city of New York can also have what the child has in the city of New York.
That's amazing. Yeah, huge accomplishments, it sounds like, in different respects. So what are you most proud of accomplishing this past legislative session? And it does not have to be related to education.
Well, I appreciate that. But I think, for me, I want to make sure that during the most challenging times that we went through in schools during COVID, that we recover well and that students get back into the socializing of growing up, the positive experience of school, and learn. And so I'm very glad that we helped parents, school districts, teachers, and administrators survive through this tremendously challenging time, which had a real adverse impact on many children. So I'm proud that we helped parents and schools working with the state government get through this tough time. And now we have the opportunity to really rebuild in a new way, not go back to the same old, but a new way of educating our children that reflects the loss that many of them had and builds on the real positive things of a school environment. Don't forget, school is fantastic, fun, positive and a way for every child to get the path forward into really American democracy and American opportunity.
Yes, definitely. It sounds like the state senate is really sensitive to a lot of the difficulties that families and that school administrators and schools and children have all been going through, and that you guys have taken really concrete steps to make positive changes for the future. So, thank you, Senator Mayer, for joining me today and for being a
Pleasure.
power player in education.
Thank you so much.